Hello and welcome to the Pickle Jar. My name's Josh and in today's video we're going to paint Adrax Agatone. Hi guys and welcome back to another Let's Paint video, and this week I'm painting the Adrax Agatone model that I got for Christmas last year. It's now March and I've had this model sat since Christmas and I've been dying to get it painted, and finally this week I decided that it was time to get him done, and I had an absolute blast putting some paint on this miniature. It's absolutely gorgeous and I had a real lot of fun painting this guy up. Just want to say before we get started with the rest of the video that if you're enjoying the content that we're putting out here on the Pickle Jar, be sure to hit the like down below, and if you're new to the Pickle Jar then please consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all the content that we release in the future, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you know every time we upload a new video. Started out basing this guy in Wraithbone Spray, as that is the contrast base coat that I like to use. I then continued using my tried and tested method of Warped Lightning, Contrast Green, and then highlighting up after that. I've been doing this on all my Salamanders since I started the army, and I really love the look of the armour that this gives. And every time I do it, I like that it gets better. It's nice to see that bit of improvement there. If you're interested in watching a tutorial on how to do this green salamander armor using contrast as a base, I have a tutorial on the tutorials playlist and I'll link that in the top right hand corner right there. Over the last few months, I've been making a conscious effort to improve my basic painting skills. I feel like if I want to improve as a miniature painter, that I need a good solid foundation of basic skills before I try some of the more advanced stuff. So I'm putting some of the stuff that I've learnt recently into practice here, taking note of the direction that I'm applying and putting on thinner layers, making sure that I end my brush strokes where I want the layer to be strongest. Things like that. I'm also thinning down the highlight layers a lot more than I would do previously, and making them almost like a glaze and putting a few thinner coats on compared to maybe the sort of two that I would put on before of slightly thicker coats. This does take slightly longer, but it does give a really nice gradient, and the end effect on this miniature in particular I am absolutely ecstatic with. I decided to go the extra distance on this model and add a few extra highlights, more than I would do on any sort of rank and file miniature. I thought as he was a special captain that he only deserved a special paint job. So I added more highlights on this miniature and even went up to straight yellow on some of the edge highlights. I only did this in small select areas, but enough to really add that little bit of extra detail. I love how nice this method is to paint with, and I love even more how the end result looks on my miniatures. I also wanted to try and make a bit more of an effort with my metallic work on this miniature. In the past I've been quite lazy, picking a base metallic colour and then applying a wash over the top and sort of leaving it at that. On this model, however, I added a few different layers and highlights and I'm quite happy with the end result. There's always room for improvement, but that is just something that I can continue to work on as I progress as a miniature painter. I've not painted any Salamander miniatures for quite a while, so coming back to the scheme with such a stunningly detailed model was a real treat. Getting the chance to exercise my newly practiced skills on different bits of detail, such as the flame decoration on the chest, was a lot of fun. I've painted a fair few flames and flame blends since starting this army, so it's nice to see a genuine improvement in the appearance on this model compared to the ones that I did earlier on. This miniature also gave me my first attempt at painting 3D flames rather than just 2D. It's not something that I've done before and was a lot of fun to do, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Basically, I took the same principles that I use when I'm painting my 2D flames on the shoulder pads and legs and things like that, and then applied that same principle to the 3D flames on his thing on his backpack. Again, there's always room for improvement, but this is something that I'm absolutely happy with on this miniature and look forward to having another go at it again in the future. Finally, it is time to paint the base. This miniature came with a sculpted base, and honestly I'm not usually a fan of sculpted bases. However, this one was absolutely gorgeous and I decided I could not waste this opportunity to paint this lovely lava magna base. So what I did is I added a little bit of texture paint to the top of the rocks, just to add a little bit more definition, as I felt like it needed that little bit more on the top because the sculpt wasn't quite there. I then painted it up in my standard rock colours and then added the lava in the centre in the same way that I did for my Salamander captain. If you'd like to see that Let's Paint video, the link will be here in the top right hand corner. And if you're interested in watching a tutorial on how to paint a flowing magna base, there's one coming out next week. I will also put the link for that in the top right hand corner here once it's released. I'm really happy with how this miniature came out. There's always room for improvement, but at the same time it's nice to see the improvement from the first Salamander that I painted compared to this one. It's nice to see my hard work and practice starting to pay off. I can't take all the credit though, as the sculpt really is gorgeous. I'm all fired up now and I can't wait to get some more paint on some spicy lizard marine. So there you go guys, thank you for watching this Let's Paint episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've tried something a little bit different in this episode. Rather than taking you step by step through the painting process, I decided to talk more about my experiences whilst painting the miniature and my thought process and things that I want to improve on and things that I really liked about this miniature, as I feel that that is more beneficial as a video rather than just a step-by-step tutorial. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below letting me know exactly what you thought and if there's anything that you think I can improve on with my painting and my videos. And if you're new to the Pickle Jar, then please consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all the content that we're going to release in the future. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages, the links for all of which are down below in the description, as are the links to the Chilling Wargamers YouTube channel and their Discord. The Pickle Jar is a proud member of the Chilling Network, so be sure to head on over there when they're doing one of their live shows or to check out one of their miniature reviews and tell them that we sent you. That's all from me, and I'll see you next week with another video.